Yeah, so this one dovetails right off the end of Avengers Arena. The events of that story lead into Avengers. Hey, oh wait,
Troy, man, you see what we doing?
I do now.
Man,
Let's
come
get to
on,
it.
man. Here we go. Ready to do it? It's that time of the week, Thursday.
It's that time of the week.
Our new Picks of the Week episode, our new format.
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
This is
Troy David Phillips.
I am
Patrick Michael Strange.
Thank you, sir.
I thought it was my turn to do that.
Oh, you know what?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Let me do it. This is Troy David Phillips. Hold on.
And
I thought we were gonna rap. You gonna say my name? I'm gonna say your name. What we doing?
Well, see, I like hearing my own name.
All right, so let me say it. I have to my right the man, the myth, the legend, Troy David Phillips, yo. How you like that?
Right here.
Give it to me.
Styling. Here, throw it out. Throw it out. Let them see the pecs.
But the dying people see that, right?
The unity. And rocking the unity is my man Patrick Michael Strange. That just rolls right off the top.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
It does.
Good shout out. We got it for him, y'all.
Yeah.
We got our picks of the week for March 12th, 2014. My man Troy David Phillips and myself, Patrick Michael Strange. Let's do it, Troy. What you got?
Let's do it. All right. Starting off with me.
Let's go.
Okay. Right off the top, Dynamite Entertainment.
Yes.
The
Dynamite.
$6 Million Man Season 6
is in full effect.
Oh my goodness. I was following the Bionic Man series, but this reintroduces the character, puts it back in the context of the original TV series from Universal. The interior is looking pretty beautiful. They're going to give us Oscar Goldman. They're going to give us the OSI. They're going to give us the robot Maskatron, who actually didn't have a name, played by, oh my lord, what was the actor's name?
He was a little bit before my time. So.
Yeah, well, he was also in Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee.
Oh.
John Saxon.
Yes.
Actor John Saxon.
Yes.
So I'm pretty jazzed about this. $6 Million Man. I love the Bionic Man series before, but you know, sometimes it's nice to treat back to the classics.
Looks good, Troy.
What you got?
I have for my top pick, well, not top pick yet, but one of my picks of the week, my first pick up is Avengers Undercover. This is issue number 1. Essentially, this is, as you said earlier, as we started off, gave away a little bit too much, from Avengers Arena. Spinning out of that, where Arcade had, you know, everybody on the island, and he was like knocking all the kids out here and there.
Doing it like a reality TV show. They were going to try to keep it on the QT.
Tell him, Troy.
And Arcade was like, oh no.
Oh no.
Blew it all up. So we're going to see what the fallout and the repercussions from that are.
And yes, what they are doing, they are going undercover, Avengers Undercover, under the Masters of Evil. We are seeing them sneak into the Masters of Evil and what's going to happen there. I'm excited, Troy.
I am too.
All right.
I am too.
Pick it up, y'all. Avengers Undercover. Issue number 1. What do you got next, Troy?
Okay. Avatar. Uber. Kieron Gillen.
Oh, yeah.
So we got through the first story arc where we dealt with the super soldiers in Germany, and the second story arc where we were in Japan. We're back here now in Germany. The book is still looking beautiful. Kanan White is still turning in some amazing artwork. Kieron Gillen is giving us, you know, just amazing story installment after story installment. This one's kicking off really big. I'm seeing this doesn't look good. This does not
look good at all, Troy.
No.
But it's a good book from what you tell me.
Oh, it's amazing.
And because of Uber and your love for Uber and all things Avatar, I've checked out DC's Vertigo's line. It's called Royals Masters of the War. Very similar in their storyline. But
definitely
some different stuff going on, and
yes.
I really enjoyed issue 1. It was one of my picks, so I'm all about issue number 2. I'm gonna just leave it right there. Nazis, super soldiers during this
British
time
royal
of period,
family.
with the British royal family thrown in the mix. It's good stuff.
The thing I found really captivating was how we have the royals who have powers, and so you're thinking to yourself, well, you guys have superpowers. Why aren't you just remaking the British Empire in your image? And apparently there are reasons for why they don't take over the world.
It's just beautiful.
We get more into that. I like that Princess Rose.
You know, some great stuff from Rob Williams and Simon Colby. One of my picks of the week. Check it out. Royals, Masters of War.
There's no reason not to love that comic.
No, sir.
Here's a comic that there's also no reason not to love. Marvel. All new Marvel now.
Oh,
Fantastic Four #2.
I'm digging the new
James
costumes.
Robinson. I am loving the new costumes.
I like the red and black and white mix going on. It looks good.
I honestly didn't think I was going to be all into it. It was like, yeah, you know, they're changing the colors. Big deal.
I know, right?
But it actually... It's pleasing to the eye.
I know.
I love the cold open in the first issue. I love just the whole jump into, hey, we're in a story. This is happening. You'll catch up. Following it right along here. I loved the Fraction run previously, but Robinson, he's got a take, he's got a style. This is exciting
James
stuff.
Robinson, Leonard Kirk, they proved themselves with JSA, another great title back in the day. If you weren't scooping that up and you're loving the new Fantastic Four, definitely come and check out some of the JSA stuff that we have here in the store.
And
good title, Troy.
I'm huge with Carl Kiesel.
Yeah.
I love Carl Kiesel's ink work on so many different things. So, yeah, he deserves the mention in there with the penciler and the writer.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go back now with my next pick. With my next pick, again from Marvel, how Avengers Arena went into Avengers Undercover. I'm going to keep it on that undercover type deal with Secret Avengers, a new Secret Avengers #1. The Avengers kind of special ops unit undercover team are a lot tighter now with S.H.I.E.L.D., where we have Coulson and Fury becoming a part of the Secret Avengers, along with Black Widow and Hawkeye and Spider-Woman, and now MODOK is in the mix on the team.
You've seen how MODOK has been trying to bring in his little faction of AIM. Things have not always gone good for AIM. In fact, ever since MODOK was introduced to AIM back in Tales of Suspense, things haven't gone good for this team.
Got MODOK up on there, some great art on this.
So yeah, he's brokering.
Good.
He's trying. He's trying something different.
What?
And I know, right?
I'm just confused.
All
times confused.
You just keep reading. You just
All
keep
right.
reading.
What you got next, Troy?
Well, I'm taking it to the DC side of things. The Justice League of America. This is issue number 13. Now we're rolling right along here with Forever Evil. Firestorm Fallout. You know, the League was trapped in the Firestorm Matrix. So we focused pretty heavily on Stargirl and Martian Manhunter, and so now we're going to see the larger team coming out of this. Things are wrapping up. We're up to issue 6 of the regular series. We've come to the end of the Arkham War. We're going to see the end of Argus. We've seen the plot line moving along with Forever Evil Blight over on the Justice League Dark, Constantine, Pandora, Phantom Stranger. Things are happening at a rapid clip here. Matt Kind doing his part on the Justice League of America. It's amazing. I'm jazzed.
Jazzed?
Yeah.
And we're now at our top picks of the week, Troy.
Yes, we are.
We went really quick this week. We got so much to talk about.
Well, you know, we got so much energy. We're so charged.
Right? Just jazz.
Yeah.
Just jazz.
Shazam!
Shazam!
Sorry.
And Unity! Unity.
If there should be a crossover with DC and Valiant at some point.
I know, right?
Captain Marvel should hook up.
With EXO and, you know,
yeah.
Man. Let me tell you. All right, so my top pick of the week is, of course, Valiant Entertainment's Unity #5, because after issue 1 through 4, that first opening arc, we're now seeing the team. We've got the team together now.
Yes.
And now let's see them doing their thing. What sets them apart from Justice League and the Avengers and all that? Let's see them really go out there into the world, battling their own enemies. And first up, in issue #5, the first enemy out the gate, outside of bringing that team together, we have this all-new arc, Trapped by Webnet. Dr. Silk is now in full effect. If you remember him from the first Valiant launch, the original Valiant series, he is back. He's a beloved character from the past, and he's now back in full effect. We're seeing the return of Dr. Silk. I can't wait. I don't want to give it to y'all, man, but I'm just loving Valiant, everything that they're doing.
You know, I feel like I got to jump in
crazy.
here. I got to jump in here and say,
Check it
though,
out.
with Dr. Silk, and this is definitely good, you know, I love history. You know, I love the comic history.
And that's the great thing about Valiant.
But if you haven't read those Volume 1 Valiants, if you don't know who Dr. Silk was, jump right on in here. You don't need to have read it before. If you do, great. If you want to, I'll help you. But if you don't, jump in right here. Both feet, splash.
Definitely.
Boom.
As one of the things you can really appreciate with Valiant, even if you haven't picked up any of the previous issues, in the opening page they give you like a breakdown of what has been going on, and it just ties everything together. It's amazing.
Accessibility.
Accessibility.
That must be the A in Valiant is access. So V is for versatile, A is for accessibility.
Tell 'em, Troy.
We're gonna break the Valiant down.
I think they're gonna pay us some money now.
Week by week. I can't wait
as much
to
as
come up with.
Come on, Dinesh Hunter, come on.
Yeah,
Throw some bucks our way.
So, you ready for my top pick?
I'm ready for your top pick, although, you know, I got some different things to say about this, but I'm going to just hold it back a little bit.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Because it kind of ties into what Valiant used to be. That's
well,
just say that. But you know, I will say, you know, it does go back a little bit more, though.
It does. It goes all the way
to
back
the Gold Key.
To the Gold Key.
Tell him, Troy.
To the late Silver Age and into the Bronze Age of comics. We're bringing back Magnus Robot Fighter.
It's back.
Now, Magnus had a nice, long second wind of life with Valiant Comics. comics back in the late 80s, early 90s. They were awesome, and the Dark Horse got a shot at Magnus. I'm just going to give you a little bit of the interior. And now Dynamite is picking up Magnus. Fred Van Lente, see that?
Who you know from Archer and Armstrong with Valiant Comics.
You know what? Here's what you need to know about Fred Van Lente. He's incredibly talented as a writer.
Yes, he is.
That's the most important thing to
Yes,
know.
he is.
There's a costume redesign on Magnus. They did away with the tunic. They went for something maybe a little more futuristic. But the essence of the character, the people working on the book,
Let me see that trailer.
they've all talked about the respect they have for what has come before. They want to keep the core essence of the character. We're definitely going to see some awesome robot smashing stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But we're going to get some characterization and some depth here. We're going to see a Magnus robot fighter for the 21st century.
Oh, yeah. You know who they can thank, Troy?
And who might that be, Patrick?
Valiant Entertainment.
Oh, really? Oh,
If not for the success of Valiant Entertainment bringing back these characters, and then a lot of people, oh, well, what about Magnus and Turok and all that? Dynamite, shout out to Dynamite. Love Dynamite, and I love Valiant.
And Dark Horse.
And Dark Horse. But, with Valiant relaunching, that really helps. And the success of the Valiant relaunch helps Dynamite know that, hey, there's an audience for Magnus and Turok.
Two things.
Let's bring these guys
One,
back.
don't think I didn't notice you trying to run off with my Magnus. And two, love Gold Key Comics.
Shout out to Gold Key.
Started
Some
us
great
with
stuff.
Magnus,
Dr. Solar and all
Dr.
that.
Solar.
Looking forward to that launch.
Yes, I
that
am.
relaunch. All right, Troy. So now about this time, we go into pop culture and everything going on out there. Did you see 300? Rise of an Empire this past weekend?
I didn't get a chance to get out and see it. I was battling down a cold.
Uh-oh, my man Marc, go there behind camera. What'd you think, producer Marc?
To be honest,
What'd you think?
I wasn't impressed.
Oh, some negative reviews.
I was not impressed with the film. It left a little to be desired as compared to the first one. From the historical aspect, it's an excellent storytelling of the other part of the Battle of Thermopylae. But I think they got a little lazy.
Did we get a little bit of Eva Green though?
Oh yeah.
So, a lot of Eva Green.
Oh yeah. We definitely got that.
Eva Green's look.
But if you're going into Rise of an Empire expecting all the same battle sequences, all the same effects out of number one, you're gonna be disappointed. I'm just gonna throw it out there and let you know.
I thought so, but I'm still gonna check it out.
Well, yeah, I definitely am. I definitely want to see, I want to see the other side, like Marc was saying. The other side of Thermopylae was taking place at the Artemisium Strait. The other side of the Battle of Thermopylae was the difficulty in uniting Greece with a common enemy, which ultimately we know how this happens in history, but to see it played out in dramatic fashion, and my eyes are open. I'm going to keep an open mind. I'm going to let this be what it is.
Okay. Well, speaking of Eva Green, who we saw in 300, another film written by Frank Miller. Well, not the Rise of an Empire, but the original 300 was written by Frank Miller.
Right. I knew what you meant.
Did you see the new Sin City A Dame to Kill For trailer?
I have not.
I posted it online on our Facebook
and
page.
I saw that you did so.
Come on, you gotta give our Facebook
Patrick,
page.
I was down sick.
All right, me too.
Well,
Well, you're gonna have to check it out.
I am.
It is amazeballs, man.
I'm sure it is.
Marc, did you see the Sin City trailer?
Yes, I did.
What you gotta say, my man?
I will be in line.
Oh yes, Matthew James. Did you see the trailer?
Yeah.
It looks good, y'all. I'm geeked. If there's one film to me that has been like the perfect representation of the comics onto the screen,
The Avengers?
hell no. Sin City, man. You can put the comic book graphic novel right next to your TV, flip the page and watch the film at the same time, and it's butter. It's butter. It's smooth, man.
Okay.
Smooth.
Is that
You
how
need to check that out.
Oh, I will.
I'm loving it, man.
I will.
I'm geeked. Jessica Alba is back. Powers Booth. They got James Brolin in there. Oh, I'm loving
Powerhouse
it.
talent.
It's
Powerhouse
amazing.
talent.
Another great bunch of trailers that were coming out. Some new Captain America trailers for the Winter Soldier. Have you seen them?
Now I have, yes.
What do you got to say on that?
The
The additional looks of the Winter Soldier and everything?
I'm really pleased with the visual continuity on this. I'm really hoping that the story has the same kind of, that the depth and the underpinnings that the first one had. Get into the character of Steve Rogers. We didn't really get the opportunity to as deeply explore Steve Rogers as a man out of time in the Avengers. We got some of it, yeah. There's something weighing on the soldier's mind, But since the Avengers, he's seen a side of S.H.I.E.L.D. he's not really happy about. He's seen a part of the world and questioning where he fits into it. So hopefully this film will be able to continue on with that.
All right. What do you think of the ultimate version that they went with Falcon? A lot of people wanting the red and
You
white.
know,
Are you cool with the gray?
I'm willing, honestly, I'm less concerned about the costume. I am more about the actor chops. When the actor speaks his lines, that's going to mean more to me than what the color of his costume is. I think the outfit looks great, what I have seen on the screen. I'm really wanting to see it on the big screen in IMAX 3D and me just munching my popcorn. And yeah, in the theater, people, cell phones off.
That's right.
Cell phones off.
Even at Sin City, please.
Yes,
Don't mess up my
especially-
movies. Don't mess up my movies.
Yes.
All right. I want to speak more on that, but as y'all know, well, if y'all have checked out my IMDb, I can't talk a little bit too much more. Marvel might, do something with me. So we'll just leave it at that. Freeze burn. Next up on my talk list that I want to talk about real quick, we have a new Savage Hulk series debuting in June. Jim Starlin and Alan Davis. It's going to be called Savage Hulk. Are you hyped?
Yeah, that's a lot
Did
of
you hear
talent
about that?
Yes, it did.
All right.
That's a lot of. Yeah, I see these things in the solicitations.
Okay.
I try not to get too deeply wrapped. It's so far down the future, and I have so much current stuff to try to keep up with.
Okay.
After a while, it becomes hard.
I
mean,
got you. So
it's-
what you want to say on that? Is that going to be another Hulk title you're going to want to pick up?
Well, absolutely, especially considering the talent involved on the book. I mean, Jim Starlin, oh my God, Alan Davis.
I know, right?
Really?
The Marvel UK stuff.
Oh, yeah, Captain Britain, and just, oh man.
All right, some quick anecdotes on Neil Gaiman recently was at the CineQuest Film Festival, and there's rumor Joseph Gordon-Levitt has been talking with him about a possible Sandman movie. Are you interested in a Sandman movie?
Very
Finally!
Very much.
Are you interested?
That's all they got to do is just take that Preludes and Nocturnes, and there it is. There's your screenplay. There's your script. Just follow that.
I want to see Death, the High Cost of Living on the screen.
Eventually, one collection
Baby
at a time.
steps, baby steps.
Yeah. Before you get Death, I got to get Season of Mists.
I got you. Kevin Smith returning to comics for Batman 66, meeting the Green Hornet over at Dynamite. I know you're a
Yeah.
Dynamite man, and I know you're a Batman 66 man.
So-
what do you think about that?
Kevin Smith, Green Hornet.
Yes.
Good combination. Batman, Green Hornet, very interesting television crossover, which took place in the 1966 iteration. So basically, lots of good parts. I think the whole will be greater than the sum of the parts. I don't see any room for failure in this.
All right. Good stuff. Last, before we go, I want to just give shouts to my man Brian Miller over at Hi-Fi Color Designs. He is one of the baddest colorists in the game. You know Hi-Fi. They've worked with every company. They're doing it big. My man Brian has got a Kickstarter campaign to promote his how to draw for colorists, how to color book that he's putting out. Give him a shout out. Check it out.
Yeah,
you want to get into the comics industry as a colorist, he's teaching you all his secrets. You're going to want to help support him in that campaign. One more shout out to Steve Ditko and Robin Snyder. Steve Ditko, living legend, creator of Spider-Man.
Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah. He has a campaign out on Kickstarter as well that you're going to want to check out. All new material from Steve Ditko, man.
Yeah.
It's called 19. Check that out on Kickstarter. You're going to want to support that. A lot of good stuff going on, Troy.
I know.
And we
a lot
got
of incredible
more books
stuff.
to read,
I know.
until next week.
Yeah, my pile always stays big.
I'm going to have to go check out that 300 despite my man Marc Lutz.
Oh yeah, open mind, make up our own minds, but not everything can please everybody.
That's true.
So,
Tell them what they got to do, Troy.
well, you got to like us on Facebook,
Like us on Facebook.
follow us on Twitter,
Also on Twitter.
subscribe to us on YouTube.
Subscribe on YouTube. The man, the myth, the legend, Troy David Phillips.
And right here, my good friend Patrick Michael Strange. Just comes right off the tongue, I tell you what.
All right, P.S. Live, Breathe, Create. We are out of here.